This week we're driving the 2021 Lexus IS 350 F Sport. It's a compact executive sport sedan. Let's jump into it. So let's quickly talk about the trims offered with the IS. Basically, there's two. You have the 300 and the 350 F Sport. Both of them come in rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. And of course, like I said, this is the 350 F Sport rear-wheel drive. But before we jump inside and take it for a drive, let's check out the exterior design here of this IS. All right, and before we dive into anything else here, yes, the IS has been kind of tweaked here and there for years, but the overall design really hasn't changed for years, and I've driven a lot of these IS variants throughout the years, and the styling's getting a little bit old, but there's no denying it's still a really good looking vehicle. This color is the Ultrasonic Blue Mica 2.0. It's a really interesting color. It looks very vibrant and bright blue in the sun, but you get it into some shade, or sometimes at night it can look almost purple. I do like it. A lot of times I say that some of my favorite colors for cars are either solid black or solid white, but if I'm not getting one of those, definitely a blue like this is a really nice color on cars. It really helps accentuate all the lines here. Up front we have premium triple beam LED headlamps, and those are an option. You can get bi LED headlamps with the daytime running lamps. We have the F Sport exterior styling, including this unique front bumper, the unique grille surround. You have unique rocker moldings. You have that carbon fiber lip spoiler that looks really good, and you have a unique rear bumper and rear valance. These wheels are the F Sport 19-inch split 7-spoke forged alloy matte black BBS wheels. They are wrapped in Bridgestone Potenza tires, and that wheel combination looks really good again with the blue and black theme of this car. Definitely gives it that sporty edge. And in the rear here again, we have that carbon fiber rear spoiler that is an optional extra. We have LED tail lamps that look really cool on this. Obviously we got that IS 350 badge and the F Sport badge, and we have some F Sport exhaust, which we'll take a listen to here in a bit. But first, let's pop open that trunk and take a look at the cargo volume you get there. All right, and of course popping the trunk is made easy. You can pop it from the key fob, you can pop it from inside, or there is a button, albeit a small button back here that's a little bit hard to find sometimes. Pop it open. It's 10.8 cubic feet of cargo volume, which for a compact sedan is about average. We had no problems fitting groceries in here, fitting gear for soccer games, fitting all of our camera gear in here. So if you're using this as a daily driver and you need that sedanness and you need that trunk space, this will do just fine. But that's not the interesting part. The interesting part would be in the front under the hood. Let's go check that out right now. All right, so let's talk engine options on the IS. You have two different engine options for the two different trims. The base trim, the IS 300, comes with a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, and that has 241 horsepower, 258 foot-pounds of torque, which for a base setup is still pretty stout. This one though, the IS 350 F Sport, has the 3.5-liter V6 that has 311 horsepower, 280 foot-pounds of torque, and is matched up to an 8-speed sport direct shift automatic transmission with paddle shifters, of course. And this one is equipped with a special cold air intake. With that said, let's go ahead and jump inside, start taking a look at the interior, the tech that's in this thing, then we'll get it out on the road. All right guys, inside, first off, it is a nice place to be. It is a Lexus, so of course it is. We do have the black New Lux leather interior with the black geometric trimming, and these are the F Sport bolstered, ventilated, and heated seats. The rear seats in this are pretty decent size. I know I didn't jump back there. We do have an armrest back there with cup holders. It is a 3-wide seat. You do get a transmission tunnel going through the back seat, so there's a bit of a hump for the middle. Decent for adults, just fine for kids. But let's move on to the rest of the interior and some of the tech in here so that we can get to driving. And this is a 10-way power adjustable driver's seat, including lumbar. We have an 8-way power adjustable front passenger seat. So let's take a look at this steering wheel. It is the F Sport steering wheel with ash wood trimming, leather, perforated leather, contrast stitching. It's a nice setup here. We do have paddle shifters back here, obviously some button controls here, some controls back here for the cruise control. These buttons on this side will interface with the driver information display, which we'll check out right now. So this is a fully digital driver information display, and I do quite like it. It has this cool little moving mechanism, which you've had in the F Sport for a while, but the way that this one is implemented is pretty cool. Obviously, you can flip through pages to get the information that you want right there in the center, but the most important is your RPMs and your speed. It also does change as you change your drive modes, which looks good. Moving along, this widescreen 10.3-inch high-resolution touch display is a welcome addition to the Lexus IS. It not only looks good, it's easy to touch. You also have the touchpad controller where you can access different things easily. There is quite a bit of setup that you can do with it. By default, this thing comes in a blue theme, which looks okay, but you can actually change it to this brownish, goldish theme, which I think looks much better. But it's a really good setup here and a much welcome change, much welcome advancement for Lexus. Moving down from that, obviously, our analog clock. And then we have all of our AC and heat controls, your heated and ventilated seat buttons. We have our standard gear shifter here. Put it into reverse and you can see that we do have a 360 camera as well as that backup camera, and the guidelines as you turn the wheels. We do have the Mark Levinson 17 speaker, 1800 watt, 7.1 channel premium surround sound audio system with Quantum Logic surround, and all of that to say that it's a good sounding system. We also have a sunroof here, which is an added option, but let's go ahead and get this thing in gear. Let's get it out on the road, talk about the drive, and see just how sporty this F Sport really is. So one of the staples of driving the Lexus IS, even the F Sport, is that it's a comfortable ride. You do have the drive mode, so you can make it harsher or more comfortable, or put it into eco mode and kind of kill any fun that you might want to have. But we're rolling around here in just normal, doing some normal everyday driving, and it's fairly quiet. It's very responsive from the steering. Everything in here is laid out really well. It's easy to change settings, get your audio the way that you want it, to see your speed and everything. We don't have a head-up display, but that's okay. Even though some of the competition does have that, the steering wheel feels really good. The seats are really nice. The seating position is good. The IS used to have the transmission tunnel like really push into the driver's side footwell, and made it a little bit uncomfortable to drive sometimes, at least if you've got the left-hand drive here in the US, but that has been fixed here. You definitely do not have that pushing in on your foot, so that's a welcome change. We're on a backcountry road here with some sweeping curves and some long straights, and this car just eats this kind of road up. It's got the power to get out of the curves. It's got the handling to make it through. It's got the braking power to brake going into a curve if you're going pretty quick. It's just fun, and again, we're just in normal, so let's switch it over to Sport S, Sport S Plus. This is going to give us the harsher suspension, louder exhaust, and that throttle response is going to be there. And this isn't a turbocharged engine, so there's not any turbo lag that you have to worry about. A lot of that torque is right there for you. So let's see what that feels like and sounds like. I'll be quiet. Definitely sounds good, definitely a lot of fun, puts you back in your seat a bit. Of course, it's not going to compare to the actual F line of Lexus that has that big 5-liter V8 in it, but you can still have a lot of fun with this 311 horsepower. And again, that F Sport exhaust sounds really good in this thing, and that's only included on this trim. Getting up on a highway, getting to highway speeds is no problem here. We also have a slew of safety features from Lexus. Let's put it back into normal drive for a second. Let's turn on our cruise control. We've got radar guided cruise control. We've got lane keeping assist, so it will actually nudge you back and forth and keep you in the lane as much as possible. It won't let you keep your hands off the steering wheel too long, but it will kind of keep you in there and then give you a warning and let you know, hey, just keep your hands on the steering wheel. It's not a fully autonomous driving or anything like that, but it's a decent system that keeps you in the lane, keeps you a distance from the people in front of you, will slow you down all the way to a stop if needed. But it's just a solid list of safety features that you get in here, even though this is a sporty vehicle, which makes it really great for day-to-day driving, getting up on a highway, getting into work, especially here in Texas where you might be driving 40, 50 minutes to get to a job or more. And of course, you could be speeding down the road already and get past because you're going too slow. But here we are behind an 18-wheeler. The radar has latched onto that, and we're just going to cruise behind it at a safe distance. If they slow down, we'll slow down. If they speed up, we'll speed back up. And again, this gives me some time to talk about the fact that we have everything laid out really nicely here. We got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all the tech features that you would want. One of the gripes I've had in the last couple of years of the IS or different Lexus variants is that their tech kind of lags behind. They might update some things here and there, but a lot of their tech kind of lags behind. This has all the latest updated stuff, so I'm really happy to see that. Getting off the highway, let's go find another backcountry road. We'll try to do a bit of a 0 to 60. and see how quick this thing is. On Lexus's website, it says 5.6 seconds is the 0 to 60 for this one, the F Sport rear-wheel drive. So we'll see how close we can get to that. By no means am I a perfect 0 to 60 driver or anything, and we're not going to have perfect conditions, but we'll see how close we can get. All right, guys, so we've got a bit of a straight road out here in the country. We're going to put it into Sport Plus, but we're going to leave it in auto shifting, and we're going to see what we can get going a bit, trying out a bit of a 0 to 60. Ready, set, go. A little bit of wheel spin, it's going. 60. All right, guys, ready, set, go. Yeah, it's pretty quick. And again, like I said, we're in Sport Plus. It's holding those revs. We can come up, brake hard, push into a corner, and pull back out pretty quickly. And it sounds good doing it. So again, brake hard, turn in, power out. No denying this is a quick, sporty sedan. The brakes work really well. So let's put it back into normal drive mode. Relax a little bit. Like I said, this is a fantastically fun car to drive. It does all the right stuff as far as the sportiness goes. It does all the right stuff as far as the luxury goes. I really think it's a fantastic vehicle for the price, for the market. The biggest letdown, if you want to call it that, is the styling. I do like the styling, but it is getting pretty old. I'd be interested to see what Lexus really could do if they dropped their current style and really pushed the envelope on styling instead of just tweaking around the edges. But with that, let's pull back over. Let's talk about the price of this thing. Let's talk about the competition out there for it. Then I'll give you some of my final thoughts, and we'll wrap up the video there. All right, guys, and with that, let's talk quickly about the price and competition out there for this thing. The base IS 300 starts at $39,000. If you want that all-wheel drive model, that bumps it up to just over $41,000. This one, the IS 350 F Sport rear-wheel drive, bases at $42,950, so about $43,000 at the base. And the 350 F Sport all-wheel drive is $44,950, so $45,000. Obviously, this one has some added extras. It's going to be over that. I didn't get the exact price on this thing, but I did put it through the configuration, and it did come up well over $50,000. Looking at cars that compete with this, you could look at the Audi A4, the BMW 3 Series, the Cadillac CT4, the Mercedes C-Class, the Infiniti Q50, and the Genesis G70. All really great cars. Out of all of those, I haven't really driven the new Genesis, although I do like every Genesis that I have driven. But out of the ones that I have driven, I really do like that BMW 3 Series. Obviously, BMW Ultimate Driving Machine, really great vehicle. and that Cadillac CT4 really surprised me. I thought it was a really great vehicle. We do have a review out on that, so if you want to check it out, I'll try to leave a link up in the iCards or down in the description, but that one's definitely worth checking out. But let's go ahead and jump out. I'll give you some of my final thoughts on this thing, and then we'll wrap the video up there. All right guys, so after a full week of driving the new Lexus IS 350 F Sport, I like the car, I really do. It doesn't feel as special as it once did. If it was me making the purchase, I would definitely look at the BMW or even that Cadillac CT4, which is a sporty, compact executive sedan as well. We put a video out on that a little while back, but it's definitely worth going back and checking out. I really did enjoy that. And of course, being Cadillac, it is an American car, so just kind of depends on what you're looking for and what you're wanting to do with your car purchase. But of course, if you are in the market and you're going to buy one of these, no gripes at all on that. Definitely a great vehicle. It's going to last you a long time. It's going to have low maintenance. It's going to be fun to drive. You've got nice new tech in there. So with that, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the IS 350 F Sport. If you're not already, subscribe to the channel. We put out a review every week. Also, go check out TXGARAGE.com, where we do a lot of written reviews as well as event and news coverage. And as always, thanks for watching.